I extend a very warm welcome on behalf of on behalf of Mr. Raj Vatikuti and Vatikuti Foundation, particularly for those surgeons who have taken trouble to travel from outstation. I can understand that the weekend is the only day we get, but we dragged you here. Nonetheless, your presence here would contribute maximally in developing this discipline in the country. Many more colleagues would be joining. I would take this opportunity to revisit the foundation's resolve. And what I said, foundation, as I made it clear to you, it's not like any other industrial organization. We have no interest then to develop robotic surgery. And that's why we act as more as a catalyst and facilitator for robotic surgery rather than individual support. Mr. Raj Vatikuti's firm resolve this year is to focus on creating quality database and creating a high level of literature evidence. And we have taken an initiative in that direction, and a couple of centers have already participated. We have our base in Aalst, Belgium with Alex Motry, where we started a database for partial nephrectomy. It's totally innocent, it's just nascent, it has just started a few months ago, and we had we handpicked 15 centers across the globe. 12 are already participating. And we have a registry of 1,200 tumors with 150 database fields. We are building a database which would be HIPAA protected, user-friendly interface, when you would be able to feed your data. And this we are doing keeping in mind the experience of database in India. Without any exception, I can talk even on the behalf of major institutes with my first-hand experience. There is no institutional effort. Whoever is presenting data is doing at his own level. And that's where we are very keen to really produce a high quality of data, which we will spend a huge money in getting external validation process to bring in authenticity to the data. The offshoot is that just we got the data mixed up before the deadline for AUA, and we had 4 abstracts accepted with all the authors. We have abstracts in EAU, we have abstracts in Australian and New Zealand Society of Minimally Invasive Surgeons. And everybody is happy because it's a win-win situation. And just to tell you that the authorship is the most sensitive issue. Anybody can ask who is participating, and we don't take everybody until there is a minimum amount of surgeries you perform in the partial nephrectomy. And on the same line, we'll be developing other disciplines also, like robotic radical prostatectomy. Cystectomy's database, for those who do cystectomy, I wanted a complete spectrum of urology data with Vatikuti Foundation, but then we contacted IRCS of Dr. Guru, and we have started funding that. So IRCS is also now Vatikuti initiative, which is the best database on robotic radical cystectomies, close to 2,000 patients. So we have total cystectomy, we have partial nephrectomy, and Henry Ford, already Dr. Menon's, I myself created a database with about 9,000 odd not radical, but robotic procedures, of which about 7,000 are radical prostatectomies. And we are the only one who have 10 years biochemical recurrence follow-up of 85 to 90%. So the whole idea is, how can we leverage this situation? There may be hesitation on institutional basis that we don't want to part with the data. That is your individual choice, but we are extremely fair. The first and the last authorship is always given to the person whose idea is this and who is writing the paper. So by and large, like all over the world, it would work that you will have a fellow helping you out, and you will be the lead person to have the concept. You have to write a brief abstract and send, and you should ask for data fields and we'll give you data fields. Only thing is that we don't want it to be frightfully free, because our database will have to face any possible contradictions in publications. So we would like that the manuscript should be registered there without any bureaucracy. And then after the first and last authorship, in between, pro rata wise, depending on the number of patients, you get the authorship. It's totally confidential. Your data would not be, because we are spending a lot of money in building a database which would exclusively be your property. Even OLV Institute at ALS would not have a right on anybody else's data. Foundation is doing it, and we will give them only mixed and merged data, so that you could rest assured, yes, your data would be provided to you for your own comparison and introspection, but your data would not be accessible to anybody. So I had written to some of the people for partial nephrectomy, but it's for general information. We would ultimately like to capture anything happening in India, but this is a serious database wherein people have contributed as many as 300 partial nephrectomies. We have people from Padova, we have people from 5 places in United States, places in Germany, England. There is another good news I have to say. Before coming, we have signed another institute which is in partnership with King's College London. So now we have Vadikuti Urology Institute, which is our flagship. We have Vadikuti Providence Robotic Surgery Institute for Women in Detroit itself. Then we have OLV Vadikuti Institute at Aalst, which is going to be the biggest training center in that part of the world. And we have substantially funded that. Plus we have another institute which I told you about, the King's College partners in London. We have supported some good database people, database centers like Miami University and DePayne has contributed to, and they have promised that they'll contribute in all the data, all the subjects we are interested in. It is not only urology, let me tell you. It is for every database. We will build a joint framework where you can put in the data, and we will have a coordinator depending on the experience and publication. We want to start another thing, is swapping the people who are willing to get into the academics. I meet so many of them. They may be working at some place, but they have been trained at the best of the places. They are working as fellows or residents. We would like, if they are interested in doing the legwork and writing the paper and doing the literature search, we will attach them to one of the database coordinators. Like if Dr. Dogra contributes on partial nephrectomy, then we will request him that he already has fellows, but so-and-so fellow is willing to work on this theme under your aegis, because it helps a lot to the residents and faculty, junior faculty, to do, to really build their careers. Coming back to the Surgeons Council, we have had discussion in the past Surgeons Council meeting, and my observations are we needed a more proactive role from the participants. I had to do the program, not as a matter of choice, but I had to put up a program. And I think our communication was not the best, but still we had used the web as well as individual modes of communication, because the purpose of putting everything on the web was so that it gives you a chance to visit our website, which has about close to 300 videos of different specialties, and you have to make really good use of that. So Surgeons Council meeting, as promised, we'll again have after 6 months, and between today and tomorrow we will work out a time and date so that communication doesn't matter. Let me very frankly tell you, till today I have been accommodating the request for some presentations, because I knew about learning from the experience of last time. But please proactively come, because it's very difficult for me to know what is your area. Now let me give one example. I was scanning through the data which I have in access to, some basic data. And I was amazed to know that in country we have done, combined with about 7 or 8 people, 40 adrenalectomies, 40. Let me tell you, when we published our right-sided adrenalectomy technique in BJU, we had 4 cases. And I bet if there is any series which has such a large thing. And that's why I wrote to two people who had maximum number of them, Dr. Ajay Kumar and Rajiv. And I said, you take a lead and we will be able to contact, because nobody loses anything if you have done 1, 2. And that is the basis for really emphasizing on the database. So, a Surgeon Council meeting, I would like your suggestions. How do you want it? What subjects you need to be discussed? What is your experience? Because we don't want to really, we want to minimize talking theory. We want to bring in what you guys are doing. And you are doing, some of you are doing really spectacular work, and Arun is to be complimented for starting that Google thing. And I do get those mails and see that you exchange complimentaries, compliment each other on the achievements you have, but we would like it to be used. KS will let us know about the final dates for the next VGR, Vattikuti Global Robotics, which would be scheduled in February 2050. Because of venue problem, we had to move from 2014 to 2050. Let me tell you, the previous robotic surgery conference, those of you attended, was totally, we brought a large number of faculty from outside because there were very few here. Still, we involve a lot of local people to demonstrate the surgeries. 2015 would be predominantly an Indian show. We will have live surgeries, and we will try to do Indian show, and we will do an international publicity and marketing, because there are lots of takers in South American countries and other places, even in Europe, those who may like to come. So please feel free and write what you would like to do. We will really have coordination points in each specialty, but I really want each one of you to write to me that what would be the program and all. Foundation is looking for maximum mileage on its investment. Like, I'll give an example that we identified the need that thoracic surgery is next to urology and gynecology here, and we have 3 stalwarts of thoracic surgery in Delhi itself, at Gangaram Hospital and at Medanta and at Apollo, Delhi. So we decided that how do we take them to the next level. And we have invited, you will see our guest got delayed, he'll be here tomorrow. Dr. Sarfolio is an authority on thoracic robotic surgery. He's from the University School of Alabama, and he would be here. Now, he will incidentally participate in our deliberations for 2 days, which has of course retreated to 1 day only. Thereafter, he is operating in these 3 places now for the whole week. So if there is a collective request like this, that which would enhance the capabilities or the scope of functioning of a group, Foundation would be very, very happy to look into those proposals rather than individuals. We do support individuals, but the whole idea is that we would like it to be really be done. Let me tell you, we haven't done, Vattikuti Foundation does not want to take credit for this, but definitely the statistics is revealing. We started in 2010 when our first focus was on Medanta. Before that, there were 10 years, there were 7 robots, and each robot, but for All India Institute, which had done more than 200 cases, each robot had done 12 cases, 12 surgeries per robot per year. None of the robot was economically viable. But now, since we are present here, there are almost close to 20 to 24. Very soon you'll have 24 installations. In this 2013, we have done 2,600 surgeries with good 11 surgeons doing more than 5 surgeries, 3 surgeons doing more than 10 surgeries a month. And still, this is a tip of the iceberg, because we have totally worked on 147 surgeons, those who claim that they have been oriented. I want to differentiate here on one thing. Training issues are becoming a major issue in United States, as well as it will become here also. That 1.5 days training is just a orientation for you to be familiar with the equipment. It is not a training. Most of the learning is done. I'm sure all of you know, and some of them have done personal efforts at their cost to go and learn in Roosevelt Park. So it is a totally different thing. Don't think that it is accredited training program in the sense which gives you license to do anything. I had talked about learning curves. Just to give one example to you, the outcome of robotic prostatectomy is not very gross, that the patient was alive at the end of surgery and we have removed the prostate. If you look at the learning curve, every step of the learning curve has a number of volumes in your apprenticeship period. And for radical prostatectomy people, that you will achieve all the benefits of quick recovery, blood loss, transfusions, hospital stay, but you will need 300 cases. This published data is not my own, more than 3 papers, 300 or more cases to benchmark your positive margins. And we as surgeons have to be conscious on the quality of surgery we give. And that's why foundation is there, but bringing in mentors is no solution, is not cost effective. We have trained, we brought 80 mentors, and we have operated on 240 patients total, if I have these statistics. So, but the whole thing is a mutual learning from each other, which is happening, which is a healthy side, irrespective of your competitive status. Definitely you'll find skills within the country, and a lot of people are doing it already, and those who are not doing, I'll encourage them to really join hands and make your friendship at these places and learn with each other's mutual help.